For a team that is yet to win a road game, the Saints have their work cut out for them this weekend. BHBL is known for having good football teams, but even by their standard, this year has been pretty unbelievable. The NBA right now is all about positionless basketball. You can play the 2, 3, 4, and maybe even the 1 at times because he can handle the ball. He's a perfect fit for the NBA at this exact moment. What an incredible night for Kevin and the entire Herder family. Now take a trip down memory lane. 3 years ago, Kevin was suiting up for Shenenda Hoa. Last night, he makes his NBA debut at the Mecca of basketball, Madison Square Garden, in front of family and friends who'd made the short trip down from the Capital Region. OESJ was this close to not making the state final. Down 4 with 14 seconds to play in the Class D semifinals, Tyler Leon somehow hits this one-legged three-pointer, and he gets fouled. I have absolutely no idea what I've signed myself up for, but you're going to get to watch me take booty by Brit. Can't wait.
I probably look like a tomato. I see the world completely differently now.
Changes your whole perspective, right?
Wow. This is Chet and my trainer, Jordan. Jordan, we're sitting down because I don't think I can walk. It's going to be hard for me to walk out of the gym into my car. After the class, you were kind of talking to some of the people saying, hey, if you want to come in Saturday, we'll make time. If you want to do it Thursday night, we're going to make time.
Strike!
For more than 50 years, Rich Worcester's voice has rung out on baseball fields across the Capital Region. But now it's time for Rich to hang up his umpire mask.
Too many birthdays.
With his 77th birthday coming up, Worcester decided to call it a career this week after working more than 2,000 games.
Everything I've done in life, this is the most confident thing that I'm very confident when I'm out there.
And that's saying something coming from a man who was a member of the 1968 Olympic speed skating team. A graduate of Ballston Spa High School, Rich was inducted into the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame in 2015.
Congrats. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It wasn't just current players thanking Rich. Bob Talbot also grew up in Ballston Spa and played countless baseball games with Rich as the ump.
I have a lot of fond memories of Rich, and he always was very fair, very kind to me as a kid, and always admired Rich.
Rich became an ump by watching another Capital Region umpire, Nick Caputo, who started his career in the 1930s.
And I just thought he was the best umpire. Everything he did, I just thought, he was doing it right.
Rich modeled his technique after Nick, including that expressive strike call.
Strike!
Richie idolized my father. He called me and told me he was coming. This was going to be his last game. And I said, I'll definitely be here. It just brings back memories of my father. He said, I can't miss it.
You're allowed to run.
At 76 years old, Rich isn't a fan of instant replay, scoffs at the idea of a robotic umpire, and still calls strikes the same way he did in 1966. It's been a labor of love, and one he knows will be hard to let go of.
It's time. I shouldn't be out of here umpiring anymore, but I'm going to think, geez, I'll never be out there again. And I'll hate that.
On the night he was supposed to walk off into the sunset, Mother Nature had other ideas. The game was canceled, and so Rich's career stayed alive for one more night. In Galway, Gardner Royce, CBS 6 Sports. Meet Tyrell Gooden, the Indians team manager, rebounder, and X-Factor.
People won't understand this, but he's as important as any of my 12 kids, and we try to tell each kid that they're 1/12. Well, he's 113.
Basketball runs in Tyrell's family, so when his grandfather Sonny became assistant coach of the freshman team, Tyrell helped out during practice and was hooked.
What was it like, Ty?
Fun.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
While Tyrell found his spot on the team, so did another scrawny kid from Glens Falls, Joe Girard III.
Tyrell, was always there. He's just been it's a significant part of the, whole, program as a whole. Everybody knows Tyrell, everybody looks up to him, and we do it for Tyrell as well. And, a lot of the things that he brings is stuff that we can't bring.
As Girard shattered scoring records and hauled in college letters, Tyrell was right by his side.
Tyrell's crazy about Joe. Yeah, the fact when he gets in the game, he think he is Joe.
I'll hear him yell Joe, and I know who it is right away. It's Tyrell. He'll start clapping in the hallways, yelling his defensive cheers, all that kind of stuff. So it's fun. He's turned into one of my best friends for sure.
Tyrell was born with fluid in his brain that has affected his motor skills. It hasn't affected his love for the game. He's a star in modified basketball, and when he walks in the gym, he's just one of the guys.
Sometimes, I get a little soft when I see them the way they're with him and they interact with him. and they tease him. They know how to get him going.
It's not just the team who notices Tyrell. Earlier this season, the Indians held a senior night celebration. The team wanted to honor Tyrell, so he suited up and marched to the scores table. That's when something special happened.
He went to the table, the gym, both teams, the fans went crazy. The gym was packed, and everyone in the gym was just cheering for Tyrell. Matter of fact, they started chanting, Tyrell, Tyrell, we want Tyrell. That's what you call a Kodak moment, you know? Something you'll never forget, and he'd never forget, right?
For now, Tyrell and the Indians have to focus on the task ahead, winning the Class B title. Reporting in Glens Falls, Gardner Royce, CBS 6 Sports.